Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys, so I keep on thinking it's Wednesday for some reason, but it's not. I wanted to thank you guys again for another amazing hot, messy topics. You guys always show up and show out. And today, of course, we have a lot coming your way. We will be going live with Jason from Down with Jason to talk about 90 Day Fiancé the other way at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for subscribers only live chat. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to smash that notification bell, hit that like button, whatever you have to do. That way you can join us and you don't miss anything we have coming up. Today, we're back to talk about Bethenny Frankel slamming the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast as the most calculated and suggest that they felt Erika Girardi wasn't even good enough for the show at one point. We have all the details on that. Well, let's just get right to it. Let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Bethenny Frankel took aim at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast on her podcast, Just Be with Bethenny Frankel, this past week. While looking back at her season 6 cameo, well, she was on Real Housewives of New York City at the time, and she invited the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills over. If you don't remember, it was at her Hamptons house, and this is where she grilled Erika Girardi about the production value of her whole persona, Erika Jayne. She wanted to know, are you committed? Are you not committed? What's going on? Where do we go from here? Is this something that you're trying to do for the rest of your life? I need you to make it make sense. From what she's saying, producers were trying to convince her to do the rest of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast members' dirty work and pry right into Erika and her lifestyle. Looks like nobody else could handle that on their own. I don't know. Bethenny said they tiptoe the most. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are terrified to say what they really feel, and what they have to say is always politically correct and what will not be taken wrong. That is how they navigate their conversations, which I don't disagree with. They are the most calculated in that regard, and this is what Bethenny's saying on her podcast. Again, getting back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 6 episode where the women come over to Bethenny Frankel's house for this sort of Housewives crossover cameo situation. She said, I was in that episode when Erika came over to my house. They were all sending me things ahead of that time that she was in, and they were sending me sexy videos that she was in. They were telling me about her rolling their eyes. That wasn't the caliber of person they wanted for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They also thought she was boring. Okay, Bethenny's coming out with all the receipts. According to Bethenny, the cast spent time with Erika at her home, but they refused to share their true thoughts with their co-star. Instead, they hoped that she, being Bethenny, would bring up the issues to Erika, Girardi, Jane, whatever you want to call her. Bethenny said they brought her over to my house and they hadn't said a single thing to her face. They wanted me to be the person to say what they were thinking. I got it, and I understand why the producers wanted that as well. As Real Housewives fans might know, Bethenny used to be pretty close to Kyle Richards because she used to babysit Nikki and Paris. She met Kyle a long time ago working in a restaurant, and then of course she was the nanny when it came to the Hiltons and helping with their daughters. However, earlier this year, Bethenny unfollowed Kyle, and then shortly after, Kyle unfollowed Bethenny. She unfollowed me, and I was like, well, why do I want to follow someone who doesn't follow me? Kyle explained to Andy Cohen during a June appearance on Watch What Happens Live. I just said, okay, well, I don't need to keep up with her either then. Interestingly enough, though, during that same episode, Kyle said that her and Bethenny were still in touch. She said, we still talk and text. We text to check in on each other, but she unfollowed a lot of people. And I was like, I unfollowed her too. Well, getting back to it, it's interesting because this isn't the first time that Bethenny has chimed in on Erika Jayne or the Girardi legal scandal. She said when she was engaged to Dennis, her former fiance, who unfortunately passed away, he shared a tidbit of information that the Girardis were all smoke and mirrors when it came to their opulent lifestyle, let's just say that, their extreme level of wealth, spending $40,000 a month on glam. And she wanted to know, who are these guys? Well, Dennis said that this is all smoke and mirrors because Tom Girardi owed him allegedly $500,000, so $500,000, and he wasn't the only one. He said that this was one of the best kept secrets within the industry, and everyone knew that Tom Girardi was allegedly struggling in some capacity. Now, she ended up taking that information and sharing it with Andy Andy Cohen, and then sharing it with Kyle Richards, and then sharing it with Lisa Rinna, to which it finally came back full circle at Andy Cohen's baby shower. And now we don't know who was the one who told Camille. We've heard LVP told Camille. We've heard a ton of different people. At the end of the day, we were kind of figuring that it was Kyle or Lisa Rinna. But it is interesting to me that the women did want Bethenny to go in on Erica the way that she did, because she did go in on her and she didn't hold back. They know that Bethenny is fully capable of eviscerating somebody with her words, and they wanted to take this moment because, like Bethenny said, it looks like they didn't have the backbones to do it. My biggest question here would probably be why. And if producers are dealing with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast members being too afraid of saying what they need to say on the show, then why are we keeping them around? Why is everyone so afraid to challenge Erica? Camille even said that in a tweet. What is she going to do? At the reunion, we see her like scathing, pissed, mad at the other women. And every time she claps back at them, they all just get very quiet. But why is everyone afraid? I asked Dana Wilkie this, and she thinks it's because of production. And she feels like the cast members know Erica and the whole Girardi scandal, because of that Girardi scandal, she is safe on the show, so they don't want to go against her too hard. Lisa Rinna was one of the ones who caught the most flack because she didn't go in on her at all, let alone too hard. She didn't go in on her in any capacity that we would have wanted her to. We wanted her to show Erica the same level of Lisa Rinna that we saw her share with Denise Richards, and that is not the Lisa Rinna we got. So of course we all had questions and we were all a little bit annoyed, but now maybe after the fan backlash this season, she will step up and be the true Rinna we know her to be. The problem here is, as a part of an ensemble cast, producers paint you into a character, and then once you achieve becoming that character, you have to really follow through and continue to be that person that the fans either grow to love or grow to hate. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like Lisa Rinna, but what they don't realize is that Lisa Rinna keeps a lot of the storylines moving, and some would even suspect it's because she doesn't want to share any of her own storylines, which we've heard a lot before. We've heard her get shit for talking about her daughter's relationship, but never about the husband that Kim Richards was accusing her of having some secrets locked away in that vault about being Harry Hamlin. She has joked a little bit on Twitter, but that's not the same. So again, I think we're all a little bit suspicious on that. And I also shared with you guys earlier a video that there is a new potential woman joining the cast, Sanella Diana Jenkins, who just sold her $125 million Malibu compound. She looks like she could be a shoo-in for the show. She has this opulent lifestyle. She has that level of wealth, and she's already been caught filming with the women. Dorit's first time filming since her home invasion at the Andaz Hotel in West Hollywood. I think she would be fantastic, but then that makes us wonder, does that mean Holly Valance is out? Because we heard about this Australian woman who was married to, or still is married to, a billionaire, Nick Candy. I have questions. All right. Go ahead, comment below. What do you think about Bethenny Frankel giving us all of this information? How do you feel about it? And do you think that she's just bitter, telling us blatant lies? Or do you think, no, she's telling us the truth and the cast really was afraid to share with Erica how they felt? Because just to be fair, we're seeing it on the reunion. They still look like they're afraid to share how they feel. Just saying. All right, go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you haven't hit that notification bell, go ahead and do so, because you guys don't want to miss our 90-Day Fiancé The Other Way live today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be with Down with Jason, and that'll be on my channel for subscribers only live chat. So you guys know what to do, and I will see you so very soon. Bye, guys.